Hi there folks, this is Sebastian back with another video for Bladestorm Tabletop. Today I wanted to show you the Bladestorm Calculator and how to actually create your character based on a miniature and then move it to a card for the game. This is actually done with the Bladestorm Calculator you see here. It's an Excel spreadsheet and it comes in a couple of different versions. First one is here the Combatant Calculator for single miniatures. Then if you want to create a unit, you move over to the next spreadsheet and there you can fill the slots for the individual combatants in a unit. And of course you can also create vehicles. This is on the third tab. First, let's do the character. We are talking about a new miniature that I just painted up for my new upcoming campaign, and her name is Skadi. She's actually created by Boris Volostin, a very, very great sculptor for very nice miniatures. And, well, she needs to have her own combatant card. And not only a combatant for the game, I want to make her a hero character, meaning she is able to have certain skills that set her apart from other combatants in the game, and she's able to move on and develop these skills as she progresses with experience. Now, to start this, we started here with her size, the basic information, and all we see is medium, meaning in Bladestorm that is a 1 inch by 1 inch base. Her race is human. She could be also elf and dwarf, but no, she's a human. And here we actually give her a profession, and that is a barbarian. I'll put this up here. And you might have noticed as soon as I tick on barbarian or another profession, certain values here change. Like, for instance, her endurance actually moved up by 5 points, so she gets a bonus for being a barbarian. Also, her morale has lowered from 10 to 8. And the other thing that changed is her resistance value just shot up to 16. Meaning, the higher resistance is, the worse it is. So she's very susceptible to magic. Next, being a hero entitles you to have certain skills. And we will give her 4 starting skills. So those also cost 10 points per skill. So we now have 140 total point cost for the basic stats right here. And if we look down here, there is actually everything is summed up right down here. And we're aiming for a 360-ish, 360, 365 in total point cost. This actually, by experience, makes a good starting character that is able to defend himself and to attack, but also is not overpowered and has quite some room to improve. Now, how fast should she be? She is not carrying any very, very prohibitive armor, so I think we can just put her in place for to a confident 8. Also, morale. She already gets a bonus there, but I think we can still go a little lower there. So with a morale of 6, she is going to easily best her morale rolls, and she's going to stand tall in combat. Let's move on to defense. Defense 7 is not very, very good. We definitely need to move this up a notch. Let's try a 9 here. Shield bonus, she doesn't carry a shield, and her armor is only fur and a lot of bare skin right there. So let's say -1 for light leather. Her endurance is right there with 10. Let's bump this up even higher. Let's make her a tank. Here we go, 25. She's a barbarian, so she should be able to deal some and eat some damage. Her maneuver skill. Maneuvers are introduced in the optional rules, and they actually make the game a lot of fun. You can go ahead and jump, dodge, do certain attacks, climb, and open doors with locked locks. So there's a lot of stuff that to be found in the maneuvers, and we definitely want her to succeed there. So we just go down to 6 right there. right? So we're at 249, and her resistance is so bad, we need to dial this down just a little bit to give her a fighting chance. When she finds the first magic user, he's going to be all over her. So 12. Let's try there. Her weapons. She has two weapons, two-handed axe and a short sword. Now, first weapon definitely in her hands is a two-handed weapon. So we give her the, there we go, battle axe. And second weapon is the short sword. Here we go. Her fighting stats. Now let's have a look at the values we get from those weapons. As her base character, she has 2d6 plus d10 minus 4. That could be better. High and low plus 1, meaning the damage, every die counts, the high die, the low die is plus 1 in damage. That's nice, but maybe we can improve her main weapon here a little bit. So we raise her attack bonus by 2. Now that's 2d6 plus d10 minus 2. That's quite all right for starters. You can see that there's a lot of other stuff that you can boost with the fighting stats here. It's you have two categories. One is for melee weapons and one is for missile weapons. Also range increment for missile weapons. You can make somebody shoot a bow quite long. And if you wonder why these don't have values here, melee extra d6s and d10s only applies to larger creatures which pack a lot more power in their punches. She's not a leader character and she's not a spell user, and already you see we clock out at 371, which is too much. So we need to collect some points and reduce it somewhere. What can we do? For instance, we can dial down her, let's dial down her defense to 8. She'll need somebody to protect her, well, but she also has quite a lot of endurance, so she'll deal with it. And then we have some to go because her buddy has 366. I created him in another session, so we will just make resistances a tiny bit higher. So I think now she's good and ready to go. 364. Now let's carry that over to her hero card. I prepared those here. Hero cards actually allow you to create your own cards, just like the sample hero cards that you can download for free at DriveThruRPG. Only these cards are meant to carry your heroes, and this is what we're going to do. Her name is Scotty. Movement is over here. Is 8. Oh, well. And morale is at 6. Also, you see that her profession card is listed down here, and we already get the +5 in endurance, -2 morale, +6 in resistance, and those are the available skills that she's able to raise later on. How we do this, I can show you in a minute. Let's just put her values in here. Got the defense, no armor, -1 armor. She has, well, that'd be nice, 25, maneuver 6, and resistance 11. Carries a battle axe. 2d6 plus d10 minus 2 does high plus low plus 1 damage, range not, and also a short sword. 3d6. Oh. Here we go. Now we need to fill in her points, for endurance points, and for 25, that's, let's put here. Get the larger half if you have to round it and cut it, because the morale roll is done after half her endurance is depleted, always keep the larger half in the lower part. So here we go, another. Now we have 25. No leader and no spell user. She is a barbarian, human, and her base is medium. And she is at 364. Now, we said we can select 4 skills, and we hand those out right now here on the hero card. I would suggest, well, I like to do this with my characters, to split them evenly between passive and active skills. The passive skills are always happening. So, like this, her two-handed damage +1. And also, we need to put this in here. Damage now is +2. And then she also has a special here. We can give her an additional 5 endurance points. We mark this here. 30, and we just fill those up here. Nice. And then we get to select 2 active skills. The active skills can be activated in battle when you choose to do so, and they have also an increasing power. So the first rank is activated up to 4 times per battle, the second rank activates 3 times, the third rank 2 times, and the fourth rank, meaning very, very powerful special moves, activates only once per battle. Now we start here and we give her plus D10 and a furious shout that intimidates all her opponents, so they get -4 to their attack rolls for adjacent enemies. Now, this is our character so far, and we get to select our own picture for her. Let's select here. Here she is, painted. Voila. This is your Bladestorm hero card for a barbarian hero character. Save her, print her, and let's get into battle. I hope you like this, and comments always welcome. And if you have any questions, just post them down below in the video, and looking forward to the battle.